So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? So we are on a journey here, and we've been visiting some producers in Chablis, and we wanted to introduce everybody to Olivier here, this is a very interesting property, and it's called Domaine Hamburger.
Yes.
Yeah, and Olivier's property. He's the third generation to run this. This was started by his grandfather, passed down to his father. And but what we would really was fascinated about, and Olivier was explaining a little bit about the appellation called Irancy. But he has a beautiful map here that explains this appellation, right, Olivier? But you're saying that this area only became appellation in, I think you said 1998?
Yes. It's
1998, which is a relatively new area. Prior to that, it was just part of this, what we call the Bourgondiers region, but it was not highlighted by Irancy. But Olivier just gave us a really interesting thing that we're learning, that they are trying to apply now for Premier Cru status.
Yeah.
For a lot of the vineyards. And so, but this wine, I think you said is 93% Pinot Noir, but there's an interesting grape called Cesar.
Yeah.
That you said that it's got a history to it, dating back to the Romans. Obviously, Julius Caesar, so it's Cesar. It's an interesting grape, but by the rules, I think, of Irancy, you can only blend in maybe 7%.
Yeah.
So just 7% of the grape Cesar blended in with Pinot Noir to make what they call the appellation of Irancy. But his particular, if you want to say, exposure are these two vineyards right here. These vineyards here. Can you explain a little bit, Olivier, about these two vineyards here?
It's two vineyards. It's on the limestone soils.
Limestone soils, right?
Yeah, and with a combination of Cesar and Pinot Noir, you have some flavor very particularly,
Right.
Very interesting. That gives some pepper nose.
Right, you get a lot of spice tone, right,
Spice,
to the wines, yeah.
Yeah. And the fruit is very interesting, with a little fruit and cherry nose. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, you get cherries here. I get plums. I get a lot of red fruits, along with that spice. You get a lot of spice tones and everything. And this wine is aged in oak, right? So you put this wine in oak,
Yeah.
for a short period of time. But this was it's called Cuvée Pierre because it's named after your father.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
And
right.
and these are older vines, right? When you talk about the vines, yeah, we wanted to check in with Pierre there,
Yeah.
right, to see his father and everything. But we wanted to highlight this because, again, we think that Irancy is an unknown area in America, especially Americans really don't know Irancy, and they always say, wow, Burgundy is very, very expensive,
Yeah.
and which is true. I mean, when you're in the Côte de Nuit or the Côte d'Or,
Yeah.
those wines are expensive. But when you come out here, this is an area that it needs attention. We're trying to educate people on this wine, and this is all just Pinot Noir and red wine. So this is all red wine region in Irancy, but we're very close to Chablis. In fact, we had a chance to taste the Chablis, which are fabulous wines too. The 23, and we're very excited about the new vintage, right? The 23. Olivier was saying how interesting he thought the 23 vintage in Chablis, but this is a really interesting wine for us to taste. And of course, good value, right? We talk about Burgundy, and we need more value in America, right? We need more value. But cheers, Olivier. This is a beautiful, beautiful glass of wine here. This Grape Explorer, always talking about great, great values, and we are having fabulous Irancy. Cheers.
Cheers.